Greetings. My name is Dana Harris Yates, and I am the owner operator of Cultural Oasis Healing Emporium in East Liberty for 10 years. I am the operations manager and program developer for the Black Urban Gardeners Farmers Cooperative. I'm the co-chair for the Pittsburgh Food Policy Council as Urban Agricultural Working Group. I'm also on the committee that is the Three Rivers Allegheny Land Initiative, which is a land initiative that is securing green spaces in the communities around the Allegheny County area for the community to keep green spaces and to keep gardens and farm projects from being developed by the city. I'm also one who works with the Sustainability Committee of Homewood for the Homewood's Comprehensive Community Development Plan that is earmarked to address sustainability issues such as air quality, wastewater management, food access, as well as farm markets and quality health. With those things in mind, I'm creating a project that I've been working on for several years in the Belmar Garden area. It is called the Ifa Project, the Indigenous Farming Alliance. I am speaking today to ask that people who are in the Lincoln Lemington area who are passionate about having quality health in our community, having access to good food in our community, addressing the issues in our community around our access to good quality food in our community. I'm asking and reaching out to you because this is a very important situation that we're finding ourselves in. The Farm Bill is being addressed right now as we speak in the House. And the Farm Bill is going to determine what monies are available for urban farms, but also that's going to affect community farms. It's going to affect, I meant to say, urban rural farms. It's going to affect rural farms, but it's also going to affect urban farms, which are inner city farms, and our access to funding to help us grow good quality food within our own communities. I am working with the larger body agricultural group in Harrisburg in addressing these very concerns. With that in mind, we have a great opportunity to grow our own food in our community. Our community hasn't had a pantry in many years, over 30 years now. And with that, we've also lost our access to good quality food. We have corner stores, we have Family Dollars, and they do not carry what we need, nor are they capable of supplying us with the quality food that we need so that we can be sustainable in our health. This EVA project, this Indigenous Farming Alliance project, is encouraging people in the community who have a love for farming and love for gardening to join us in creating an alliance that will help provide good quality produce in our own community locally. I am the operations manager for the Black Urban Gardeners Farmers Cooperative that was created by Raquel Bay, who is the founder, and the project manager. With that farming project in Homewood, we have learned a lot around how to create sustainable farming in the Pittsburgh area that will allow us to grow 365 days a year. Pittsburgh is a zone 5 through 7 zone, so we usually only have like a 3-month growing period. And because of that, the 3 to 4 month growing period, we find ourselves at a lack of good quality greens and peppers and onions and things like that in our community during the winter months. This project is also going to be similar to the Bugs project because we're going to use hoop houses in order to sustain our quality of food and our access to food. With this project, it's very important that we look at education. And so in this project, we'll be looking at education and we'll educate the community at large, the youth, on our great, rich history of farming around the country and around the world. We were the first Indigenous farmers on this planet. And it's very important that we recapture our history, our rich history, and re educate our youth so they can see the importance of growing food. Urban agriculture is going to become one of the biggest ways of sustaining oneself in their inner city communities around the country. And we're at a crossroads, but we're at a great place too. And this farm project is addressing that very thing. As this farm bill comes down, it's going to affect a lot of things, not just the fact that it's affecting farmers and gardeners, it's also going to affect people who find themselves in need of food stamps, and that program is being looked at being cut drastically, which will then give us less access to quality food. Those people who find themselves in need of that extra assistance, and these are working class people. So there's the need being addressed in such a way that is empowering us by growing our own food. This project is in the Belmar area. It's on Oakden Street, 1510 Oakden Street, right maybe a few hundred feet away from the Chadwick Rec Center. We intend on using this rec center to to process the produce, but also to do education. So in education, we're not just going to educate the community and the youth who will be involved on our history, our great rich indigenous history around the globe as farmers, but we'll also be teaching the science of using food as medicine, and medicinal herbs as medicine. And that's going to be really important. It's going to be powerful. It's going to empower us in such a way that we now are taking control of our health. We have many elders in our community. Part of this project is to create a streamlined way for them to get back and forth to the farmers market that we're going to hold on site at the farm site, utilizing the rec center and the space there for the farmers market that we'll have in correlation with what Bugs is doing in Homewood. And we'll be bringing a larger body of people from other communities who are involved in farming to come in and teach and do classes and workshops and things of that nature. We are also encouraging the people of the Lincoln Lemington Belmar community and the Lincoln Lemington Consensus Group to be informed and to take part of the FIPS homegrown program that is looking at coming into Lincoln Lemington to help people grow or create gardens in their backyards. And for those people who do choose to utilize that program, as it's being developed, that they become a part of our alliance. So there's strength in numbers. And we then are coming together, bringing our fruits and vegetables together and selling them to our own community. This is a great opportunity. It's a great time. And I look forward to talking with you, anyone that's in the consensus group that's interested in being part of this project. I was invited to a meeting several months ago that I did attend, and I know there were quite a few people who were interested. I got involved in some other policy issues with regards to the Farm Bill and found myself unavailable. I'm making myself available again. My daughter's here to speak, and I am available at 412-362-1611. That is my business number. This project is important because we can change what our community looks like when it comes to food access and quality food. We'll be doing education in the community around what GMO food is, what hybrid food is, what artificial means when it comes to food, what artificial coloring, flavoring, what it is to buy organic. What does that really mean? What does organic really mean? We'll be educating people on soil quality and having soil testing be available for people who want to do gardens in their backyard. We have the support of the Black Urban Gardeners Farmers Cooperative. We also have the support of Phipps Conservatory. We have the support of Grow Pittsburgh and a lot of other farming organizations and gardening organizations and urban agricultural organizations so that we're well knowledgeable in what we're doing with this farm project. With that, I encourage you to reach out to me, ask me questions about anything that I've said thus far in this short video. You're welcome to come to my business location to ask me questions. It's in East Liberty, 100 Sheridan Square on the side of CVS in the back corner. And I hope that you find great interest and you see the urgency around why it's important to begin to talk about growing food, to begin to embarking upon education around growing food. and using food as our medicine, we can mitigate so many of our own health problems by growing our own food. Knowing where our food comes from and growing our own food is like printing your own money. It is the most powerful, most revolutionary thing you can do. Quoted by the famous Will Allen. Growing our own food is truly like growing our own money or printing our own money or making our own money because it puts the power back in the hands of the people to nourish themselves, to give themselves quality food. There is some cuts that are going to come through this farm bill that Bush, not Bush, Trump has initiated, and that is to cut SNAP in by billions of dollars. And that's a problem for many people who are working class people. These are not people who are in these communities who don't want to work for the most part. These are people who find themselves just not making enough to make ends meet that they need this extra help. And this is going to affect a lot of them. So if we're growing our own foods, we're also providing foods at a cost that is affordable. And this is good quality food that is affordable. So I'm going to keep this short. I thank you for your time and your attention. I was not able to be there as I had an engagement out of town. I will be back Monday for any kind of questions that someone would like to come in and meet me personally to talk about. I encourage you to think about joining this Farming Alliance. Again, 412-362-1611. If this is a time that we can change our own reality when it comes to access to food and quality food. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you. And if anyone is interested in being a part of this alliance, wanting to grow food, please leave your contact information with my daughter and with the Fergusons. And I thank you, Fergusons, for allowing me this opportunity. I appreciate you both. Thank you.